Welcome friends to Hotspot Zodiac. I'm Nicole, and for this week I will give insights for each zodiac sign about planets' influence, and we'll end up with new moon in Sagittarius, pointing what area of your life will be influenced by this and how the aspects from other planets to this new moon in Sagittarius will play a role to influence your new beginnings. This week it will start with Venus having hard aspects. First on 25 with Lilith from Libra, and on 28th of November with Chiron in Aries. And what this means, we'll find out right away for each zodiac sign, but also about Mercury retrograde on 26th of November happens again in Sagittarius. So Venus in Capricorn, it's squaring Lilith in Libra on 25. Imagine this Lilith like a grown-up planet of love and commitment. She's like someone who is trying to keep things serious and structured, entering in Capricorn's practical, no-nonsense world. And Lilith in Libra, she's the wild card who doesn't follow rules, especially in relationships. This square feels like someone insisting on order while another wants total freedom. So you might find yourself wanting security and clear answers in love, but something or someone might shake things up, testing your patience. Lilith brings up deep desires for independence and authenticity, so if a relationship feels too strict, expect some sparks there. This could be something like your inner voice saying, am I being true to myself, or is this relationship really working for me? As we move into the week, Venus is making another square with Aries. So here is like Venus trying once again to be grounded, but Chiron in Aries, the wounded healer, it's pointing out our insecurities, but he's like a teacher that makes us see that things that we usually try to avoid. This square might bring up old relationships to the surface that was hurtful for us, like scars that haven't been quite healed. This energy could feel like getting a reminder for all of us of past heartbreaks or insecurities. But Chiron's mission isn't to hurt us. It's to help us to learn something important from those heartbreaks and insecurities. So if old doubts or wounds come up, try to face them and ask for yourself, what is this teaching me? The lesson could be about finding strength in vulnerabilities, or realizing your worth, the effort in love, even when things feel rocky. And we have on 26th of November, Mercury retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius. Mercury is the planet of communication, of travel, and going backward in Sagittarius, the adventurous and big dreaming sign. It's like someone it's pressing a rewind on conversations, on travel plans, on projects, and this might get up mixed, especially around big ideas and plans. Things might turn upside down or might stop for some of you. Sagittarius love to keep things moving, and Mercury retrogrades here could feel like someone it's throwing sand into your engine, or salt, depends what you know about engines. Expect plans to change, definitely here. Expect these plans to change suddenly because of tech glitches or maybe delays. If you're trying to get somewhere, Mercury retrogrades it's a time to double check details, definitely, especially if they involve travel, if they involve big decisions. It's a reminder to slow down, and in the sign of Sagittarius, to ask you the question, am I seeing the whole picture? Really, am I seeing the big plan? It could be a good chance to reflect and make sure that your ideas are actually grounded. So you're ready for takeoff once Mercury is going direct again, once the retrograde is over, but after you see the big picture. And we have the new moon in Sagittarius. New moon in Sagittarius is lighting up the sky like a spark of hope and fresh ideas. It's all about taking a leap of faith, setting new intentions, and dreaming big. Now, with this moon teaming up with in a trine with Mars in Leo, it's like having a bold person, a bold cheerleader in your corner. And with this Mars in Leo, it makes you confident and give this push to roar. Mars will feel this need to roar, and this combo fuels your inner fire to chase those dreams, making you feel brave enough to go for what your heart actually really wants. So you'll feel pumped, driven, and ready to take on whatever is next. But hold on, it's not quite simple, because the new moon is also squaring off Saturn in Pisces. So it's not done yet. Think of Saturn as a cautious teacher saying, great dreams, but are you ready to face reality, my friend? Saturn's influence can make things feel a bit heavy or uncertain, like someone's pressing pause when you just want to hit play. It might bring some doubts or responsibility that slow you down, asking you to think twice before leaping. So what this means, this mix between trine and square tells you to go after your dreams with that Sagittarian spark and this Leo courage, but don't ignore the lessons or limits Saturn is putting in front of you. It's about finding the balance between going for it, for your dreams, but in the same time making sure you're steady on your feet. It's like aiming for the stars, and that's beautiful, but in the same time remember to keep one foot on the ground. And now let's move forward with our first sign, with Aries. Here we go, Aries. Aries, for you, the week starts with this Venus, planet of love and commitment, currently moving forward to your career sector, where she's all about structure, reputation, and taking things really seriously. Now, Lilith in Libra station in your partnership zone. So Lilith here is your wild card. It's the untamed force stirring up desire for independence, for honesty, sometimes rebellion. She doesn't want to play by the rules, especially not in relationships. With these two energies clashing, you might feel torn between keeping up a polished, responsible image coming from the Capricorn, but craving something more raw and real in your partnerships. Maybe a work relationship or even a personal relationship feels too rigid or confining, tasting your patience. And Lilith influence could spark questions like, am I being true to myself here? Or is this partnership really helping me grow? Or is it holding me back? This week could bring moments where you feel the need to speak up or shake things up, especially if something feels out of alignment with your core values. As the week progresses, Venus in Capricorn formed that square with Chiron in Aries, and now this this actually it's very deep aspect for you, because Chiron is the wise teacher who doesn't shy away from showing us our sore spots, especially around self-worth and confidence. This square might feel like bumping into an old emotional scar or a reminder of past hurt or insecurities. So this energy may pull you thoughts like, am I really enough? Or do people see me worth? But Chiron here is to help you to heal, not to cause the pain. Facing these feelings could ultimately show how much you've grown and will help you to trust in your strength even when things feel a little bit shaky, like will feel for a while. And you'll have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, adding an extra layer of introspection for you. This retrograde will affect your beliefs, will affect your travel plans, will affect a little bit your big picture ideas that you've been working on in the last days. Think of it as a time to pause a little bit and maybe review your travel plans. Maybe change your style, change the way you want to communicate something, change something related to education, or how you communicate in education, or maybe in legal matters. This might get a little bit tricky and you may need to revisit something there, maybe some old ideas, old big pictures, belief system principles that you might have until now. And this pause, it's all about making sure you're seeing the full picture before you dive into any major decision regarding this area of your life, ninth house. Consider it a chance to realign with your long-term goals, giving you the patience, giving you the focus to lay a strong foundation for your future. Now, new moon in Sagittarius, it's set to light up your ninth house, the house, like I said, for travel, learning, big dreams, higher education. It's a powerful time for planting seeds that will grow into future adventures and will broaden your horizons. So imagine at the edge of a cliff with the wind at your back, urging you to leap forward into the unknown. But this new moon whispers, it's time to embrace the new, filling you with the energy of curiosity, of excitement, and it's forming a trine with Mars, which is in Leo, supercharging your fifth house of creativity, of joy and self-expression. And it's like for you, this Mars here, it's adding a jetpack to your plans, to your big ideas, your philosophy, your life, the big leap of faith you want to take. Mars, full of bold, playful energy, will boost your confidence, making you feel invincible, making you feel ready to take any risk. So you might find yourself feeling more daring, whether it's starting a new creative project, planning a spontaneous trip, pursuing a hobby that make your heart race. Your inner child here is ready to play, so don't be surprised if you feel pulled toward activities that let you shine and express yourself in a bold new way. However, the story doesn't end here with this new moon for you, because this new moon will form a square with Saturn in Pisces, which is in your 12th house. Saturn's energy here is like a wise but stern guardian standing in the shadows, reminding you of unfinished business, maybe hidden fears that might hold you back. So you could feel moments of a doubt or moments of sense of responsibility pressing down on you, making it harder to move forward with a reckless abandon. Saturn's influence might bring up subconscious worries or maybe past experience that you need to address. And you had learned some lessons from there before taking this big leap of faith moving forward. So how does this influence come together? The new moon and Mars encourage you to be bold and trust your gut, but the Saturn asks you to pause and reflect before making any huge moves. And this is all about balancing your desire to rush forward with the wisdom to check in with your past, with your inner self. Are there unresolved feelings, old patterns holding you back? Saturn square might feel like hitting the brakes just when you're ready to speed up. You feel the brake, but it's actually a blessing in disguise, I could say, for you guys. It's urging you to ensure that your dreams will be built in the future on a very solid foundation. It's the breaking the beginning, but when you start, the road ahead will be smooth. If you're planning on starting something new, whether it's a course, a writing project, a journey abroad, meeting someone foreign, finding a partner abroad, anything that is related to ninth house, Mars in Leo give you that energy and confidence to make it happen, while Saturn in Pisces asks you to be honest about your limitations at this current moment. You might feel torn between throwing yourself into your ambitions and wanting to take a step back to sort through emotional baggage or some practical concerns. So the key for you, Aries, is to embrace this dance. Lean into the new moon energy to fuel your excitement and vision given by the Sagittarius, but with Saturn that will help you to pause. Just listen to it. It's not there to stop you, just to make sure you are prepared for the new road ahead. So this could be a great time to meditate, to journal, or spend quiet moments reflecting on what's been holding you back. Saturn in 12th house, it's all about inner work, clearing out what no longer serves you so you can move forward without dragging old chains. By the time the energy of this moon starts to settle, you can find yourself definitely more balanced and ready to move forward. You'll have definitely that Sagittarian fire guiding your steps, and the strength from Mars, it's propelling you. Saturn's influence helps ensure you're stepping into this new chapter with awareness and intention. And this blend of energies mixed together can set up the scene for you for a lasting success, big picture. It's in Sagittarius long-term plan that can bring you success, helping you to leap forward, but in the same time staying grounded in what truly matters to you. Thank you, Aries. Let's move to Tauro. Tauro friends. Tauro friends, for you this week, we start with Venus squaring Lilith. Venus is your practical guide, a guide in your areas of beliefs, of travel, of personal growth. She's the guide there, she's grounded, and she's trying to bring a serious, structured approach to your big picture ideas, or maybe even some of your travel plans, some of your philosophies of life. Now, Lilith in your daily routine zone, she's the rebel in your everyday life, urging you to break out all those routines that feel limiting. This tension could bring moments where you wonder if your current beliefs and habits are still a good fit. You might feel pulled between sticking to familiar and in the same time exploring something outside of your comfort zone. Lilith could stir up questions like, am I living authentically this life, daily life? Are my routines helping me grow? As the week continues, Venus in Capricorn square Chiron in Aries, activating your sector of hidden feelings, sector of insecurities. So, Chiron is the wise healer who helps you see areas where you may feel vulnerable, especially about beliefs or personal goals that you've been kept into yourself. Making this square may remind you of your past moments when you felt misunderstood or maybe doubt your worth. But instead of causing pain, actually you have to see this Chiron energy as a help, that someone that is actually helping you to face these feelings and find strength in accepting those moments of understanding, or the moments when you doubt yourself. Accept them. You were like that in the past. But now, what Chiron is showing to you, what you were doing to overcome those moments, and it's showing that there is beauty in your journey, in your own development, even it has bumps. So take this as lessons that Chiron wants you to help to understand. Then Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius, impacting your shared resources, impacting your deeper commitments. Mercury is taking you back to review some financial agreements, some investments, or even emotional changes regarding other people, emotional connections with other people, everything related to the 8th house. Think this as a theme of rewind and revisit these areas. Double check all the details in shared projects or finances. And if any old emotional issues resurface regarding to your 8th house, regarding your personal transformation, take time to think things through. This retrograde period is a reminder to pause. Ensure that you're aligned with both your values and those of the people you're deeply connected with. Definitely new moon, talking about this, it's happening in your 8th house, the house of transformation, shared resources, deep emotional connections. It's a time when you might feel drawn to explore the depths of your desires and uncover hidden truth about yourself or your relationships. And this energy of this new moon feels like opening this secret door to reveal a treasure chest filled with both some excitement given by Sagittarius, but also a bit of mystery given by the nature of 8th house. The trine that Mars in Leo makes with this new moon lights up your 4th house of home, family, and inner foundation. And this powerful connection brings a sense of courage to face whatever comes up during this period. Mars energy push you to confront any emotional baggage and transform your relationship with your home, with your close members. It is a great time to take bold steps right now to create a supportive and nurturing environment, or maybe talk about long-standing issues at home. So you may find yourself feeling more assertive about making changes that bring harmony and warmth to your personal space. But in the same time, Saturn in Pisces in your 11th house of friendships, community, and long-term goals casts a shadow of reflection because it forms a square that could create a sense of restriction or maybe a need to set boundaries with your social circle, or maybe rethink some of your dreams. Perhaps you're realizing that not all your goals align with who you've become, or you might feel that the weight of obligations that come from being part of a group is too big, and this can create tensions between your desire for deep personal transformation and the responsibilities to friends or to your community. How to navigate this energy, Tauro, you'll ask me. Well, the new moon invites you to trust in the transformative power that is given to you every time when your 8th house is activated by this new moon. With Mars energizing your roots and Saturn pushing you to refine your network, there is a chance to reevaluate what kind of support you need to thrive. It is a delicate dance between nurturing your inner world and setting those boundaries that allow you to grow. Use this time to declutter yourself from emotional and perspective and physical perspective. Let go of relationships or groups, or maybe group commitments that drain your energy, and invest in ones that you already see. Remember this. Groups that you already see that can help you flourish and grow, because I know you can see that. By the end of this lunar phase, you'll likely feel more grounded and empowered to move forward, knowing that you've strengthened your foundations and you clarified what truly supports your growth. I suggest to lean into this the warm Mars and the wisdom of Saturn to guide you toward a way to balance in your dreams and your aspiration, especially regarding to other people and group people. Thank you, Tauro. Let's move to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, for you, Venus, the planet of love and values, it's stepping carefully in your shared resources area, 8th house. Here, she's all about building security, whether in financial matters or maybe emotional bonds and connection with other people. And now imagine Lilith in your romantic and creative zone, urging you to let loose, to embrace self-expression, and perhaps to break a few rules. This Venus-Lilith square could make you feel torn between keeping things grounded in partnerships and wanting more freedom in how you express yourself. Definitely, Lilith might spark questions like, am I holding back my creative side? Or is this partnership allowing me to truly be me? So you'll question this, and you'll find the answer definitely. Especially when Venus is square Chiron in Aries few days later, 28th of November, which lights up friendships and social group area of your life. Chiron is the wise guide who gently points out your insecurities, especially around belonging and fitting in with others. And this square might remind you of times when you've been left out or questioned your place within a group. But Chiron here, it's to help, not to hurt. This energy invites you to face these feelings and find strength in your uniqueness, showing you that true connection, true friends accept you as you are. Finally, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, this year, the final retrograde, and will affect your relationship sector. So expect some rewinds in communication with partners or close friends. This retrograde could stir up past issues or misunderstandings, making it a good time to revisit all conversation, but this time with an open mind. The influence from Sagittarius, be open to whatever it's said, good or bad. In those conversations, be open-minded, accept those. In the same time, double check any big commitments or plans that involve others, because details might shift, might change unexpectedly for you. This is a chance for you to reflect on whether your closest connections align with your personal journey, giving you the clarity to move on a right direction when actually Mercury goes direct. For you, Gemini, the new moon also happens in your 7th house of partnerships, commitment, and one-on-one connection, which also open enemies in Western astrology. And this could mark the beginning of a significant relationship, whether romantic, business-related, or deepening an existing bond. It's possible. This is like two people standing under the stars, ready to embark on a shared journey. It's in Sagittarius. So this new moon calls for a fresh start and new agreements that can expand your world. Mars and Leo in your 4th house of communication and local community form a supportive trine to this new moon, enhancing your ability to express yourself with flair and conviction. So you might find that conversations come more easily for you, and you're able to inspire others or present your ideas boldly. Whether you're working on a collaborative project, meeting new people, or simply sharing your thoughts, Mars gives you the courage to speak your truth with confidence. It's an excellent time for creative writing, public speaking, or any activity that involves sharing your voice. Saturn in Pisces, positioned in your 10th house of career and public image, forms a square to this new moon, adding an element of caution and a reality check. And so you could feel the pull between your desire for partnerships and the demands of your career and long-term goals. Saturn's presence might bring up questions like, how do I balance my personal relationships with my professional life? Or am I building connections that align with my career path, with my social status, social position, how people see me as an influential in my community, right? There could be moments where you feel stretched thin, needing to juggle both work and your close partnerships. Use this energy of the new moon to set intentions around your relationships, whether that means redefining existing one or seeking new connections that actually match your growth and your social status. The trine form coming from Mars help you to stay assertive and clear, much clearer in your communication. And Saturn's influence encourages you to stay grounded and realistic. This balance between optimism and caution actually will help you strengthen your relationships and align them with your desired social status or your professional path. And by the time the new moon's energy starts to settle, you'll be in a better position to see which partnerships are helping you grow and which might need to be recessed or eliminated from your life. I could say trust the process and know that this phase is setting the stage for stronger and more meaningful connections in your life. I hope you have a wonderful week, Gemini. Let's move to Cancer. Here we have Cancer for you, Venus square Lilith. Venus, it's in Capricorn, it's the steady partner into your relationship zone. And Venus is trying to bring stability and commitment in your closest connections. Now Lilith, in your home and family sector, she's the rebel, stirring up the need for freedom and authenticity within your private life. And with Venus Lilith square, this could make you feel torn between wanting secure, reliable relationships and needing more personal space at home. You might find yourself wondering, am I too focused on keeping the peace, or do my relationship let me truly be myself? This week might bring situations that test your patience and push you to find a balance between these two areas of your life. Now Venus will square Chiron in Aries and activates your career, your public image. Chiron, the wise healer, shows up here to bring attention to any lingering insecurities about your achievements or about your place in the world. This square could remind you of past experience where you felt judged or not quite good enough. But Chiron's aim isn't to hurt you. He's here to help you to grow. This energy is about facing any self-doubts that you have about your goals and realizing that your vulnerability here can actually be a strength, especially when it comes to connecting with others authentically. Mercury will retrograde in Sagittarius, touching your daily work and routine sector. And this period could bring mix-ups or delays in your everyday tasks, maybe your health routine. Think of it as Mercury is helping you to review these areas, giving you a chance to refine how you are spending your time, how you are spending your energy, how much care you take of yourself. Be extra careful with details in work projects, or if old issues resurface, use this time to address them with more calm. Pay attention to the words that you are using. This retrograde is an invitation to slow down, to reflect, ensuring that your daily life aligns actually with your bigger goals and values. And the new moon in Sagittarius, and I talk about this new moon also in monthly horoscope for December. You can watch it. They start to show up on my YouTube channel. This new moon highlights your sixth house of daily routines, work, and health also. And this is a time when you may feel pushed to revamp your habits or change how you approach your day-to-day responsibilities. So think of it as a cosmic nudge to clean your schedule, or to start a wellness plan. You might feel motivated to organize your workplace, to implement a new diet, to find ways to make your daily green more fulfilling. And this new moon invites you to set intentions that align with your well-being and your productivity. Adding the momentum, it's Mars in Leo, who will energize your second house of values, money, and personal resources with this supportive trine to new moon. So this influence act like a boost or a dose of energy, giving you the drive to pursue some financial goals or maybe find new source of income. This is important because Mars here, it's to light a fire under your ambitions, urging you to take bold steps toward some financial security, whether it's negotiating a raise, investing in a new venture, or finding a creative way to monetize your skills. This is the moment to strike while the iron is still hot. It's telling you, Mars. But Saturn cast a square on this new moon in your ninth house of fire, learning, travel, and belief system. So this aspect make you question your bigger goals, your long-term plans. So you could feel a tug between wanting to focus on immediate tasks and a sense of obligation to your broader aspirations. Saturn's influence may also highlight challenges related to higher education or travel plans or philosophy of life, and it's creating a pause, asking you to reflect and adjust your new beginning according to this ninth house. Navigating these energies means for you, Cancer, that it's important to find a balance between practical solution and your higher ideals, while Mars pushes you to seize financial opportunities. Saturn asks you to be realistic and patient about this broader vision that you have. Are you aligned with your daily work and with your bigger goals? This is the question. Take this time to review how your routines support or hinder your long-term plans. This new moon is the perfect time to set intentions that integrate both practical progress that it's aligned with your larger aspirations. By the time the new moon energy settles, you could feel more in control of your daily life and more aligned with your values. So use this period to put in balance habits that support both your health and your future ambitions. So my friend, trust that Saturn's lessons will ultimately help you build a stronger foundation for your long-term success. Thank you very much. Let's move to Leo. Well, here, Leo, for you, Venus square Lilith. Lilith in Libra, but Venus is grounded helper in your daily work and health sector, focusing on routines, tasks, and your well-being. And she's bringing a structure and commitment to your everyday life. Now, Lilith is in your communication zone, a bold and independent energy urging you to speak your truth and not holding back. And this Venus-Lilith square might bring some tensions between keeping things orderly at work and wanting more freedom to express yourself. You could find yourself asking, Am I being true to myself in how I communicate, or do my routines give me enough room to be creative? Expect a few moments this week that challenge you to balance duty with authenticity. Then Venus square Chiron in Aries, it activates your belief system and personal growth zone. And Chiron, the wise healer, may bring up old wounds around self-doubts, around past experiences where you felt misunderstood, for your beliefs, for your personal philosophies. And this square could bring a reminder of those moments, nudging you to face any insecurities and realize that maybe you're stronger for having faced all those challenges in back in time. Chiron's lesson here, it's about embracing your truth, even if it feels vulnerable for you, because this is what it means. Chiron in a place, vulnerability actually will help you find wisdom in your unique journey on this on earth. And Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius touches your romantic and creative area, pressing pause on projects, new projects, on your passion, romantic life, on dating maybe. This retrograde might bring some past creative ideas or old flames back into focus for some of you. Plans may shift or delay may pop up, so take this time to review and reflect. Think of it as a chance to realign your passions with your bigger picture. Sagittarius energy. Ensure that whatever you pursue creatively or romantically truly resonates with you. And new moon happens in the same sector, in the fifth house of creativity, romance, self-expression. This is an exciting time. Feel the opportunity to embrace joy, to embrace spontaneity. It's like you are on a stage, a spotlight on, ready to show the world your unique gifts. The new moon encourages you to initiate projects that make your heart sing. Maybe take romantic risks, or engage in playful activities that fuel your spirit. It's a time when you're called to lead with your heart and share with the others what makes you feel most alive. It's a beautiful new moon for you. And Mars is in your sign, in Leo, amplifies this energy by providing extra courage and assertiveness. And it's form a trine with the new moon. It's like having a big cheerleader pushing you to step forward confidently. You may feel an unstoppable urge to take center stage, pursue your romantic interest, and dive into a passion hobby, a passion activity, maybe a project, maybe a hobby, with Mars backing you up. You're ready to act boldly and inspire also others with your enthusiasm. However, be careful, because you have a square from Pisces in your 8th house, which brings an element of caution to this otherwise living energy. 8th house relates to deep emotional bonds, share resources, and personal transformation. Saturn here might introduce themes of vulnerability or remind you of the responsibilities that come with maybe some intimate connections. It could manifest as a need to set boundaries in a romantic relationship, or think carefully about some financial entanglements, agreements that you maybe pursued, you'll pursue to close this week. It's a dance between this new moon and Saturn. New moon in Sagittarius, Saturn in Pisces, that suggests you're ready to put yourself out there and chase your joy. But there is a wisdom in being mindful of deeper consequences that could happen. So the question is, are you nurturing your creativity in a way that aligns with your long-term values? It's very important, this question. Saturn's influence asks you to balance the thrill of new experiences with this awareness of what truly matters beneath the surface. And by the end of this lunar phase, you'll likely feel more empowered to express yourself authentically, while also considering the emotional, deep, and practical aspects of your choices. Embrace this period, I could say, as a chance to mix bold, hard lead actions with thoughtful reflection. When you channel both energies, I could say that you create not just sparks, but a sustainable fire that can light up your path forward for at least 6 months from now. Thank you very much, Leo. Let's move to Virgo. Virgo Sun, Moon, or Rising. For you, Venus is the supportive force in your romance and in your creative sector, bringing a steady and structured energy to your passions and relationship. But Lilith in Libra, it's steering things up in your money and your value zone, pushing you to consider what's truly important and authentic to you. And this Venus-Lilith square may cause some tensions between playing it safe in your creative projects or in your love life, and wanting more independence, especially with your finances. So you may find yourself asking, are my relationships or my projects fulfilling me? Or am I being true to my values? And this week could bring situations that test your commitments and make you more aware of your personal needs. You'll have interesting needs this week that will develop, at least with Libra activated by Lilith there. Venus also will square this week Chiron in Aries, activating your sector of shared resources and deeper bonds. And Chiron, the wounded healer, may bring up past insecurities around trust, around shared finances. This energy could feel like old fears or doubts resurfacing, especially around intimate relationships or financial commitments. But Chiron's lessons here is about finding healing through understanding. It's a chance to see where you can be more open and vulnerable, realizing that this openness can actually lead to growth and maybe stronger bonds. Mercury will retrograde in Sagittarius, impacting your home and family sector, bringing a pause to matters involving family dynamics, home projects, personal roots. Expect possible delays in household plans or old family topics coming back to you this week. Take this retrograde as a time to reflect on your family connections and ensure that your home environment will feel supportive and in line with your long-term goals. It is a reminder for you, friend, to slow down and to create a foundation that feels both secure and meaningful in the same time. And new moon for you, Virgo, activates also your fourth house, family, home, inner foundation. And it's a period for reflecting on your living space, on family relationships and emotional roots. So you feel this urge to make changes in your home environment, Mercury will oppose a little bit, but you feel the urge, whether it's redecorating, relocating, or maybe strengthening some family bond. New moon is a chance to set intentions for creating a more harmonious and supportive space that nurture your well-being. Your well-being will be in a focus for next 20 years, Virgo. Mars in Leo energize your 12th house this week. The house of subconscious, dreams, solitude, adding a touch of boldness to your inner world. The supportive trine between Mars and New Moon suggests that you might find inspiration or motivation through moments of quiet reflection or creative solitude. Don't be surprised if insights come through vivid dreams, or if you feel driven to work behind the scenes on a project that makes you feel passionate. It might happen with this new moon and Mars. This influence is about using your hidden strengths given by Mars to support actually your home and personal life, and I would suggest like the whole your well-being, your foundation. Maybe you create a foundation for something new, a new route. It's possible to start with the influence of the Mars in Leo and this new moon in Sagittarius. However, Saturn in Pisces form a square to this new moon from your 7th house of partnerships and close relationships. And this aspect could bring some tension or responsibility in your one-on-one connections. And you might face this need to balance your own emotional needs with those of a partner, or maybe navigate commitments that feel a little bit heavy. Saturn's influence here encourages you to think carefully about the give and take in your relationships and how they will align with your long-term stability. As you move through this lunar phase, the challenges lies in balance your desire for nurturing home environment with the expectations and boundaries with your partnerships. So the question is, are you building a supportive foundation that respects both your inner peace but also your commitments to others? And having this Mars quiet determination, because it's in 12th house, and Saturn's lessons coming from the others in 7th house, you'll come out of this period, maybe in the next 6 months, with a stronger self of where you belong and how your relationship actually support or challenge this new route, new beginning, new self-foundation that we see manifesting for you. By the end of this lunar phase, you'll likely feel more at peace with your home, with your personal life, having adjust your approach to maybe create some harmony between your private world and your relationship, being personal or professional relationships. This is the time to maybe integrate some practical steps toward emotional fulfillment and mutual understanding with other parties, with partners. This is for you, Virgo. Have a wonderful week. Let's move to Libra. Libra, for you, Venus, the planet of harmony, of love, romance, creativity. It's moving through your home and family sector, bringing a focus on security and a stability at home, because it's in Capricorn, right? Lilith, on the other hand, it's on your own sign. where she's all about independence and self-expression. And this Venus-Lilith square might create some tensions between wanting a cozy, dependable home life and this needing to be true to yourself, even if it feels rebellious for some of you. So you may find yourself asking, am I being authentic in my relationships? Or does my home life allow me to express who I really am? And this week could bring situations that challenge your balance to comfort with self-expression. And by moving forward, Venus will make a square also with Aries, activating your partnership sector. There is a vulnerability it's showing you, Chiron. The wounded healer may stir up old relationship wounds or securities, especially if you've been experienced feeling unappreciated or misunderstood in close relationships, one-on-one relationships. This square could bring up memories or feelings that remind you of those past pains. But Chiron's purpose here is to help you to see where you've grown, encouraging you to be open and honest in your connection. This energy invites you to embrace vulnerability as a strength, helping you to build deeper bonds with the others. And Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius will affect a little bit your communication zone, bringing a miscommunication, bringing something related to miscommunication, delays in messages or plans with siblings or neighbors. And this retrograde could mean that old issues or misunderstandings will pop up, giving you this chance to revisit and to clarify them. So, suggestion here is double check any important messages or any important travel plans, as Mercury's retrograde can cause delays or miscommunication related to this area of your life, to these issues. Use this time to reflect, because this is what Mercury always say: wait a little bit, think a little bit more. If you are only ongoing, when you have time to see life, to see the surroundings. So make sure that your words actually align with what you truly mean, because after Mercury goes direct, this will help you to clear a path forward in the future after this retrogradation stops. And new moon for you happens in the same house, third house of communication, learning, and local connections. So it's time when your curiosity is sparked, my friend. Encourage you to engage more actively with your immediate environment. This is what Mercury stops, because you don't see immediate environment. But this new moon gives you a chance to plant the seed, a new seed here. So you may feel inspired to start a new course, a new ride, and network with your neighbors, explore your neighborhood in new ways. This new moon invites you to set intentions that enhance how you connect with others and how to express your ideas. Mars in Leo energize your 11th house of friendship and communities and aspirations, larger communities. And it's making a supportive trine from here with this new moon. And this placement empowers you to take bold steps in your social circles or pursue collaborative goals with much more confidence. And this could motivate you to organize group activities, take the lead in community projects. Remember, Pluto will make a beautiful aspect for the next 20 years with your Sun. So to make maybe some of you go in politics, Libras. So maybe this is the seed, this is the beginning to push forward with your broader dreams. This energy helps you to tap in your social network and to drive, helps you to drive your objective further away. On the other hand, Saturn in Pisces squares for a short period of time this new moon from your sixth house of daily routines, work, and health. And this aspect might introduce challenges in balancing these new ideas that you have and social engagement with some practical responsibilities and self-care. Saturn's influence can feel like a reality check, urging you to create routines that actually helps you to support both your creative impulses but also your well-being. So you may need to reassess how your daily tasks align with your larger goals. Navigate these energies means finding a balance between expressing yourself openly and managing your day-to-day responsibilities. Are your daily habits allowing you to pursue your broader interests without burning out? Saturn square asks you to create actually a sustainable system that help you stay productive while pursuing your passions. And remember, Saturn needs time. Don't lose yourself in small details. It's telling you, Saturn. You can do everything that you want if you are more structured and you are more aware of how you're wasting your time. And by the end of this lunar phase, you'll likely feel more integrated with a clear understanding of how to align your communication, social connections, and this daily life routine. And this is your moment, my friend. Craft a lifetime that supports your vibrant changes and supports your community involvement while keeping an eye on your practical routine that maintain your balanced. Enjoy your week, Libra. Let's move to Scorpio. My friend Scorpio, for you, Venus, the planet of relationship and harmony, is moving through your communication zone, helping you to connect with others in a thoughtful and grounded way. Now, Lilith in your 12th house, hidden introspective sector here, she's stirring up buried emotions and desires for independence. This Venus Lilith square might bring tensions between wanting clear, harmonious connections and needing some space for your own inner exploration. So you might find yourself wondering, am I being true to myself in how I communicate with the others? Are my connections, neighbors, allow me the freedom that I need? This week may challenge you to balance open communication with this need for inner reflection. Then Venus will square Aries in Chiron in Aries. It activates your daily work and health zone, and Chiron shows where you are vulnerable. The wise healer might bring up old insecurities, old issues related to routines, work, or even health matters, especially if you felt overlooked or inadequate in these areas before. And this square could feel like facing an old wound, nudging you to see where you might still be holding on to your past doubts. Chiron lessons here is to help you to grow by embracing these parts of yourself, reminding you that your worth isn't defined by perfection, but by your unique strengths. And finally, Mercury will have the last retrograde this year in Sagittarius, touching your money, value sector, pressing the brake a little bit for a while, for 3 weeks, on finances and personal priorities. And this retrograde may bring delays or the need to rethink your financial decisions, making it a good time to review budgets and spendings. I could say be extra careful with purchases and with your investments this period, as Mercury retrograde often cause mix-ups. This period is a chance to reflect on how you truly value, what you truly value, and it's helping you to align your finances with your some long-term goals, so you're ready to move forward with more clarity once Mercury goes direct. And for you, new moon, dear friend, happens in the same sector, second house, in Sagittarius, of finances, values, and self-worth. And this lunar phase is ideal for setting intentions related to money and some material security. You might feel motivated to start a new income stream, manage your resources better, or invest in something more valuable. Think of this new moon as an opportunity to reassess what you truly value and how you can align your financial habits to support those priorities. It is, my friend, a fresh start for building confidence in your abilities to sustain growth and wealth. And to this new moon, Mars is making a beautiful trine from the 10th house of career and public image. This energy amplifies your drive to achieve professional goals and assert your ambitions. You might feel an urge to take bold steps in your career or seek recognition for your daily efforts. And the Mars influence supports you in standing out and confidently making decisions that impact your professional life. So use this momentum to push forward on projects that elevate your career or reinforce your reputation. But be careful, because there is Saturn in Pisces forming this square with New Moon in your 5th house of creativity, romance, and personal joy. And this aspect introduces a layer of caution, possibly causing you to second guess your impulses. Saturn's energy could make you pause and consider how you pursue your material and career goals aligned with your happiness and creative energy. So you might need to confront these responsibilities that limit your ability to fully embrace pleasure and spontaneity. And it's important, my friend, to find balance during this new moon, this time, to whatever you want to put new, to start fresh, new in your life. Balance that involve integrity, I could say, the ambitions fueled by Mars, with these deeper emotional insights that Saturn brings. While you're encouraged to chase financial and career success, remember to stay grounded and ensure that your pursuits actually support your inner fulfillment. And by the end of this lunar phase, up to 6 months, you will likely gain clarity in how to secure your resources and career, while in the same time nurturing your creative and your personal needs. Have a wonderful week, Scorpio. Let's move now to Sagittarius, where the magic happens. We have the new moon there, but also Mercury all retrograde. But first, let's start with the Venus. Venus is moving through your money and value sector, bringing a desire for stability and structure in your finances. Lilith, in your social circle area, a wild and independent energy, is stirring up your need for freedom and authenticity among friends and groups. And this Venus Lilith square might create a bit of tension between sticking to financial commitment and wanting to break free from some social expectations. So you might ask yourself, am I valuing myself enough in my friendships? Are my financial goals actually supporting my true path? This week may challenge you to find a balance between security and freedom, especially with your social life. Then Venus squares Chiron in Aries. It activates your sector of romance, creativity, and self-expression. And Chiron here is telling you have a vulnerability here. Chiron is the healer and could bring up old insecurities or past wounds around how you express yourself creatively or in matters of heart, in romantic matters. This square might bring memories or emotions to the surface, asking you to confront any fears or doubts in these areas. Chiron's lessons here, it's about embracing your vulnerability, helping you to see that your true worth comes from within, and it's encouraging you to share your passions authentically with the world. But Mercury retrogrades in your sign, Sagittarius, and put a pause there, or bumps to some personal plans. If you want to change your image, there could be something that stops you, or how you come across to others. This retrograde might prompt you to review and refine your goals, ideas, or even how you present yourself to the world. So it's time to reflect on where you're heading and where you should make adjustments rather than pushing forward with some new plans. It's a new moon, so it's time for seeds, but not pushing forward. So use this period to fine-tune your approach so that you're fully aligned with your true self while Mercury goes direct. And like I said, a new moon activates also your first house of self-identity and personal ambitions, and this lunar resets reset entire chart because it's happening in your first house. So it's a time to redefine who you are and where you want to go next. You might feel a surge of enthusiasm to start a new project, to embrace a fresh look, or assert your independence in some way. Just plant the seeds, but start after Mercury stops its retrograde. This new moon invites you to set some personal goals that reflect your authentic desire, and it's boosting your confidence, especially because Mars in Leo in your 9th house of high learning, travel, and beliefs will support this new moon with a trine. This influence could inspire you to expand your horizons, whether through travel, through education, or new experience that broaden your perspective. So you are encouraged to take bold actions that align with your personal goals and your adventurous spirit. This could be a perfect time to plan a journey, to pursue a course, to step into a role that challenge your current worldview. However, be careful. Saturn in Pisces forms a square from your 4th house of home and family and your emotional foundation. This aspect may bring up responsibilities or limitations that need attention in your private life. So you might feel torn between your desire for exploration and this need to maintain stability at home. Saturn's influence could prompt you to think carefully about how your personal and adventure aspirations align with your roots and sense of security. And balancing these energies means embracing your personal ambitions while recognizing the importance of a strong and supportive foundation. And I could say, my friend, that Saturn, it's asking you to build your future on solid ground, ensuring that your growth doesn't come at the expense of emotional or family well-being. By the end of this lunar phase, you'll definitely have a clear idea of how to honor both your adventurous spirit, but this sector of life, this home life. I hope you enjoy your week, Sagittarius. Let's move to Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, you have Venus, the planet of love and harmony. It's in your sign, bringing a sense of groundedness and maturity to your personal life. Now, Lilith is in your career and public image sector. It's pushing you to break away from some traditional expectations and express yourself boldly. Venus makes a square that could make you torn between maintaining a composed image and maybe embracing a more authentic, perhaps a rebellious side. It's not often happening for you to be rebellious. You might find yourself asking, am I being true to myself in my ambitions? Or does my public role allow me the freedom I crave? This week may test your patience, but offers a change to balance stability with individuality. Then we have Venus squaring Chiron in Aries, and lights up your home and family sector. Chiron shows vulnerabilities, but he's the wise healer, and it might stir up past wounds related to family or to your sense of belonging. And this square could bring up old insecurities or unresolved issues from the past, encouraging you to face them with compassion. Chiron's lessons here is to help you to find strength through vulnerabilities, realizing that healing begins within, with your roots. The energy supports you in creating a sense of home that truly nurtures and truly empowers you. And Mercury will retrograde in Sagittarius, activating your hidden introspective zone, 12th house, of course, encouraging you to look inward and reflect. And this retrograde may bring up old memories or some subconscious patterns, nudging you to release what no longer serves you. And take this time to slow down, especially in matters involving self-care, as Mercury pause invites you to reflect on inner growth and healing. And this period actually helps you to get clear on your inner goals, preparing you to move forward with a lighter spirit once Mercury goes direct. And the new moon happens in the same sector, 12th house of spirituality, of rest, subconscious patterns. And this is time for deep reflection, releasing some of your old habits, and maybe setting intentions that really support your inner peace. This is a time for deep reflection, releasing old habits, and setting intentions that supports this inner peace. So you may feel drawn to more introspective activities or seek solitude to better understanding your emotional landscape given by this Sagittarius. And definitely you have rich inner world, I could say, with this house. New moon, it's about nurturing your inner world, and it's about letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Mars from 8th house will make a beautiful trine with this new moon, and this influence may spark a drive to confront shared financial matters, joint ventures, or maybe emotional bonds, deep connections that may need attention. You might feel motivated to dive deep into mysteries of life or work through psychological or financial issues with maybe a newfound courage. Mars provides the determination to transform and to heal parts of your life that have been hidden or unresolved until now. But Saturn in Pisces forms a square with this new moon from your third house of communication, learning, and short travel distance. This aspect could manifest as challenges in expressing your deeper thoughts or feeling limited in your interactions with your neighbors, your neighborhood. You might need to address how your inner world and mental habits impact your ability to communicate openly. Saturn asks you to refine your thinking patterns and ensure that your world aligns with your truth. This time involves, I could say, balancing your inner growth with some external realities of communication and shared efforts. New moon for you calls for spiritual renewal while using Saturn's lesson to create clearer, more meaningful connection with the others. And by the end of this lunar phase, you'll likely feel more attuned to your inner voice and better equipped to share your thoughts and resources in this authentic way that we all crave for. Definitely. Enjoy your week, Capricorn. Let's move to Aquarius. Aquarius, for you, Venus is in your hidden introspective sector, bringing a gentle focus on your inner world, perhaps nudging you to seek peace and stability within. Now, Lilith in your area of beliefs and higher learning, where she's stirring up a desire for independence and authenticity in your worldview, create a square with Venus. So create some tensions between wanting tranquility and feeling the pull to challenge the norm and explore new ideas. So you might ask yourself, am I living by my true beliefs, or does my inner peace align with my sense of purpose? This week may bring moments of deep reflection, asking you to balance inner calm with a hunger for truth. Then we have Venus squaring Chiron from the same house, but Chiron is in your house of communication zone. Chiron shows vulnerabilities in this house, but he's also called a wounded healer. Could bring up old insecurities around expressing yourself or being understood. And this square might stir up past wounds from the times you felt that your voice wasn't valued or heard. But Chiron's purpose here is to help you to see where you've grown, encouraging you to communicate with more clarity, maybe with more compassion. And this energy supports healing by reminding you that your voice matters, and it's empowering you to share your thoughts authentically. We have also in Sagittarius a Mercury retrograde on 26th of November, which impacts your social circles and friendships. And it's pressing a pause on some group projects, social events, connection with friends. This retrograde could bring old friends back into focus or prompt you to reflect on your social goals. Be mindful of miscommunication or shifting plans in group settings, as Mercury retrogrades often stirs up these mix-ups, entanglements. This is your chance to realign actually with like-minded individuals and clarify what you want in your friendships, So you're ready to move forward with clarity once Mercury goes direct. But until then, reflect on who is actually your friend. For you, my friend, new moon in Sagittarius lights up your 11th house of friendships, the social network, and aspiration, exactly where Mercury is forcing you to stop a little bit and it's putting bumps so you can become much clearer after it starts a retrograde. But with this new lunar phase, it's perfect for setting new intentions related to your social circles and your future plans. So you may feel motivated to join new groups, collaborate on projects, or reconnect with friends who shared your vision. And this new moon encourages you to embrace some opportunities that align with your hopes and expand actually your connections. It's possible. If you want that, it's possible because it's in Sagittarius, it's in your 11th house. Mars in Leo, it's supporting very well this new moon because it's forming a trine from the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And this energy boosts your confidence in teaming up and can inspire bold moves in collaborations or one-on-one interactions, whether it's romantic partnerships or business alliance. Mars actually brings a fiery determination that can help you strengthen bonds and take joint initiatives. However, be mindful of Saturn in Pisces because it's form a square from your 2nd house of finances and self-worth, and this aspect might introduce some caution, asking you to evaluate how your social and partnerships impact your financial situation. There could be a need to balance excitement coming from Mars with practicality, ensuring that your investments of time but also resources are well aligned with your values. It's important to create harmony, to find harmony during this period, and you can do that by leverage the inspiring energy from Mars and acknowledging Saturn's reminder to stay grounded. While this is a great time to push forward with social plans and collaboration, make sure that your actions are sustainable and contribute to long-term stability. It's what Saturn wants. And by the end of this lunar phase, you'll have a clear insight into how to balance your social engagements with your financial security and self-esteem. I hope you enjoy your last week of November, dear Aquarius. Let's move to Pisces. Pisces, your way to Pisces. For you, Venus is moving through your social and networking sector. It's helping you to create a strong and steady connections with friends, with groups. But Lilith, in your intimacy and shared resources zone, she's making a square with Venus. It's stirring up deep and independent desires that challenge surface level of connections. This Venus Lilith square may bring some tensions between wanting to connect with others and this needing for more emotional depth or freedom in relationships. So you may find yourself asking, are my friends fulfilling me and my life on a deeper level? Am I being true to my needs in shared connections? This week could highlight whether your friendships need more authenticity and where you crave more meaningful bonds with other people. Then you have Venus squaring Chiron in Aries this week, activates your money and value sector. Chiron shows your vulnerability, but he is the wise healer, and it might bring up insecurities around finances, regarding your self-worth, especially if you've doubted your value in the past. This square could feel like a gentle reminder of old fears or doubts, nudging you to face and become aware of lingering insecurities. Chiron's lessons here, it's about embracing your worth and seeing what you're deserving on both material and emotional support. It's true, it's authentic. What actually it's your lesson about this. This energy supports you in building a stronger sense of self-value, especially in financial matters. And Mercury will retrograde in Sagittarius, touching your career and public image sector, pressing a pause, a break regarding your work plans, professional goals, or how you want your plans on and your work regarding how others perceive you. And this retrograde might bring delays or cause you to revisit some old careers, project ideas, making it a good time to reflect on your ambitions. Be extra cautious with communication at work, as Mercury retrograde can bring mix-ups and entanglements there, miscommunication. Take this period to refine your long-term goals and ensure that your professional path truly aligns with your inner values. Prepare for a clear forward momentum once Mercury goes direct in this sector of life. And for you, the new moon in Sagittarius activates the same 10th house of career, public image, and long-term goals. And this is an excellent time to set fresh intentions for your professional life and seeking out opportunities that elevate your status. You might find inspired to take new challenges, to initiate new projects, to redefine what success really means to you. This lunar energy urges you to step into a more ambitious role and trust your capabilities, because you have a lot to share with other people. And Mars in Leo adds this drive to you by forming a supportive trine from your 6th house of daily work, health, and routines. This influence boosts your productivity and can move and motivate you to put in effort that it's needed to shine in your career. Whether it's adopting a more disciplined work routine or tackling tasks with an extra enthusiasm, Mars actually provides the energy to enhance your professional standing and improve your daily habits. On the other hand, be careful, because new moon make a square to Saturn in Pisces. It's your 1st house of self. This aspect will bring a sense of responsibility and maybe some self-doubt, making you question whether you're truly prepared for this new step, for this new idea, for this new beginning. And you might feel the weight of personal limitations or concern about how your choices could align with your sense of identity. But Saturn's presence here is not to stop you. It's here to ask you carefully assess your strengths and weaknesses before moving forward. Balancing this time and these energies means embracing the ambition sparked by the new moon and Mars, while allowing Saturn to guide you toward a meaningful and mindful decision. You're encouraged to dream big, my friend, because it's Sagittarius. They're the only new moon in Sagittarius on the year. So you're encouraged to have this big dream, but with an eye on practical self-awareness. And by the end of this lunar cycle, and maybe in 6 months from now, you'll likely feel more grounded in who you are, and will be more clear about how to reach your career aspirations, your status, and your role in society without losing sight of your true self. I hope you enjoy this week, my dear friends. See you soon with a new video. Take care. Bye.